Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo
Namo
tassa
Sata Bhagavato Arahato Sama Sambuddhata.
Okay. Shall we continue last week? So last week I already mentioned all the chapters we are learning in this class, Abhidhammattha-saṅgaha, all the chapters until chapter 9. So today, this is a Venerable Narada Mahathera. He is a very respectful monk from Sri Lanka. He is the earliest translator for this Abhidhammattha-saṅgaha. He said that Abhidhamma is not merely an intellectual tree, it is an indispensable guide for truth seekers who wish to see things as they really are. I like this phrase, so I take his thoughts here. And today I want to share with you some kind of knowledge. It's a meditation movement in Myanmar. I find it is useful for your knowledge. So before we go into our chapters in detail, I want to share with you this meditation movements or different tradition practices in Myanmar. Especially this lady lineage, Mahasi lineage, and with or without textual wisdom. So, even though I share those meditation tradition, different tradition, but I'm not talking about every tradition here. As you know, there are many different meditation tradition, and meditation is very popular in Myanmar. So we have so many retreat centers all around the country throughout the year. So we can regard that as a distinctive feature of Buddhism in Myanmar. So, but here I will only highlight meditation practices based on textual sources. So if you are interested more in all the meditation traditions and lineage in Myanmar, you can read Hotman's book, actually his PhD thesis. This morning I informed you, I put it into the Google Drive. So he traces meditation lineages, lineage in Myanmar. So if you are interested, you can find his book. His PhD thesis. So for this class, we are studying Abhidhamma text. So I need to, we all need to know our study is our study should help our practical meditation. So we need to know learning Abhidhamma text. It is useful or should how to apply to our practical work, right? So that's why I added this information. So when we talk about meditation in Theravada Buddhism, actually it Pali, it is called bhavana. Bhavana. It's a meditation, mental cultivation. So bhavana in Pali, This fundamentally means cultivation, development, or producing, and it's commonly translated as meditation in Buddhism. So I use meditation instead of using bhavana. So it is actually referred to deliberate nurturing, training our mind, development of the mind, bring the wholesome mental state into existence. For example, compassion, loving kindness, meditation. So its aim is a self-transformation, both mental and physical aspects. So mental transformation means responses, thinking patterns, habits, especially perceptions. Perception is a very killing us. So sometimes your friend have some problem. Instead of supporting them, sometimes we give our perception. Actually, is we should support. We should not give our perception. So people tend to give their perception. So perception is a very important. And physical transformation means calming bodily reaction, something like emotions such as sadness, anger, depression. So the meditation help us those kind of transformation. And there are two types of meditation. One is a samatha bhavana. It is cultivation of calmness and concentration. So it helps calm the mind and develop mental stability. And second one is very important, vipassana bhavana. Insight meditation is a cultivation of insight and wisdom. So it helps one understand the true nature of reality, such as impermanence, anicca, suffering, dukkha, and not self, anatta. So the ultimate goal in Buddhist meditation is attaining nirvana, peaceful state free from all the defilements, kilesa. So this stage of liberation have a four milestone. One is a stream antara, sotapanna. Second is once returner, sakadagami. Non-returner, anagami, and arahant. Right. So these are the important milestones related to meditation progress in Theravada practice. If we talking about the insight meditation, vipassana meditation. Okay, and what is the relationship between Abhidhamma and meditation? I mean the textual sources, not only Abhidhamma, maybe the Sutta also. So actually, Abhidhamma is a very widely studied in Myanmar, not only by monastic member Sangha, but also by lay people. The study of Abhidhamma in Myanmar is to some extent quite an in-depth study, because many people study even the separately the Patana, the very profound, the final text of Abhidhamma. And personally, I also very interested in studying the Patana, even though it is quite tough, because it is kind of analytical thought process about causes and effects, and even the force of power. Especially in the Visuddhimagga, we have to study the interrelationship between Patthana and Paticca together, and only then we can really understand Paticca. So what I try to say here is that as a unique feature of Buddhism in Myanmar, clearly Abhidhamma plays a very big role. And some lay people recite and memorize the whole Abhidhamma text, 7 texts. Even in this class, some of my Dhamma sisters, they take the exam, recitation exam. One of my Dhamma sisters, she is a teacher, Abhidhamma teacher also. I think she almost complete all this recitation Abhidhamma text exam. And those recitations are all in Pali. So one of my university senior, last 5 years ago, at the time she was around 60 years old, I think. She complete all recitation of the 7 Abhidhamma texts. She even won the first prize all together with the Sangha. So I think she is the first lady to achieve that kind of achievement. So I really admire. I cannot do that. My memory is not that so good. So let's see about meditation movement in Myanmar. By the way, for this slide, I have used Dr. PPK, mean Dr. Pipyojo paper and Hotman book as references. Dr. Pipyojo paper mainly talk about another tradition. Mainly, she talked about the Solon meditation tradition. Is a sound of the breath. So she mostly focused in that tradition. So if we talk a little bit about history, in 19th century, Vipassana meditation became very popular in Myanmar. So at that time, very famous Sayadaw also arose because King Mindon was very supported and patronized Buddhism. You remember, right? The 5th Buddhist Council he organized. So later in 20th century and 21st century, it spread to other countries as well as to the West. So according to scholars, one reason was that in the 19th century in Burma, because at the time Burma is under British colony, so there were very strong sense of fear regarding the decline of the Buddhist teachings. So those Burmese monks and very educated lay people, even ordinary people, turn to the Buddhist teachings, especially meditation, and also to the study and learning of the texts themselves. So at the time, Ledi Sayadaw was one of the most prominent teachers. He was very, very popular in the sense that he wrote many texts. Some are very difficult to read, even in Burmese. So as well as he encouraged lay people to study Abhidhamma and practice meditation together. Around him, there were many different Buddhist groups that came to support him. And he encouraged both to study text, Abhidhamma, and meditation together. Within that context, the rise of the Vipassana meditation came about. And what I want to highlight here is that although Abhidhamma studies in Myanmar at the time were becoming very, very popular and spreading among lay people, but at the time, the global context is very, very slow. But it is changing now, right? You all are very interested And also many meditation practitioners in other parts of the world are becoming more and more interested in Abhidhamma and want to study more about it. And so I believe it is good to know a little bit about meditation tradition and meditation teachers, especially the monastic founders as well as lay meditation teachers. So actually, the Dr. Tito, she studied for her PhD at King College London. Her PhD thesis also based on the Patana. And she says she is doing research into those different meditation tradition in Myanmar. Okay, as you can see here in the table, so this table provides a simplified overview of meditation practices based only on textual sources. I didn't include the other tradition. Other tradition, they are very famous tradition also, but I didn't include in this table. So we have Lady Sayadaw here. Lady Sayadaw at the beginning here. So Lady lineage focuses on strong integration of Abhidhamma, theoretical doctrine, and approach is studied together with practice, intellectual together with the experiential. So he teach this Chatu-centered four elements, analytical reflection on the four elements to see non-self. So the key idea is to understand mind-body elements in order to dismantle the idea of self. And so foundation for understanding ultimate reality, Paramattha. So Lady Sayadaw, his text Paramattha deeply is very profound. I try to read. Yeah, I became more and more understand. First time reading, no. Second time, third time, then better and better. Yeah. And in this lineage, then Lady Sayadaw and later Sayadaji, then later Sayaji Ubakhin, and Sayaji Ubakhin developed this meditation tradition, and Sayaji Ubakhin was the teacher of Guruji Goenka. So there is a lineage of meditation teachers here. Yeah, the based on the lady lineage, but a little bit teaching is a little bit different from the original, but the base is the same. And another very famous and influential teacher was Mahasi Sayadaw. I hope you all heard before. So Sayadaw played a very, very important role in promoting the Vipassana meditation among lay people. And his technique is something like some people say New Burmese method. Syntax actually is based on the Satipatthana Sutta, and the noting technique, mentally kind of labeling the experiences to cultivate mindfulness. So this lineage is characterized by an experience-first approach and use the also Visuddhimagga mainly as scholarly validation. So it appealed widely to lay practitioners and was promoted nationally in Myanmar. So Mahasi Sayadaw written the Visuddhimagga text is very profound, and in Burmese class, I use his text to teach. So his text is he put all the resources. When he explained one Pali word, he also included so many footnotes there. From this commentary, this word explained this. From another commentary, this one explained this way. So he put a lot of information there, very profound and very good. even in Burmese language, without a teacher, you won't understand. So very difficult, very profound. So another lineage is Mogok Sayadaw. Mogok Sayadaw also an intellectual tradition focusing on the Abhidhamma and Visuddhimagga, dependent origination. The approach is understanding before practice too. So he keep on explaining the Visuddhimagga because my family members, some are the disciple of Mogok Sayadaw. So at that young age, I keep listening the Mogok Sayadaw sermon. So he keep explaining Visuddhimagga to understand before practice. So the key idea is that to break the chain of the cause and effect, right? To end there, those leads the suffering. So break that chain. So most of the disciples are also intellectual and analytical practitioners. Actually, yeah, those people follow Mogok Sayadaw is they like to do the same analysis. And other notable traditions include localized forest traditions, such as those of Sono Sayadaw and Webu Sayadaw, which emphasize intense sensation-based practices. So Sono is breathing, very strong breathing in, breathing out, constant breath awareness, respectively. I did not include here. And for me, very difficult. I cannot do that. And another Sayadaw that I would like to mention here is a very famous Sayadaw, is a Phao Sayadaw. He usually came to Singapore quite often. Phao Sayadaw is also teaching meditation is closely follow the Visuddhimagga method. So one will go through different stages of jhana and so forth. So the tradition is closely linked with the kind of guidance that we find in the Visuddhimagga. So the one I teach the Visuddhimagga, I also refer the Phao Sayadaw textbook, which is the book thickness is like this. Very thick. So he explained very detailed. So if I don't understand some text in the Visuddhimagga, I go and read from his text so that I understand better. So what I want to share is this group of teachers play a very important role in spreading Vipassana meditation, not just in Myanmar, but around the world as well. So these meditation teachers teaching are most of the time based on Buddhist texts and literature. So Abhidhamma teaching as well as other Sutta teachings are very important for your meditation practice. So here I just want to share. Okay. Before I'm not too sure I should say this one or not, but just for fun. So I just want to share one of my personal experiences. It's because I introduced myself. I'm working as a code developer. I heavily need to write the firmware code. I'm also a team leader. So writing hardest firmware code. Then I remember when I was in university, many years ago, around 1990, I did not own any computer. I don't have any PC. And programming need a PC to run, right? So I learned C programming, assembly language programming on paper, and learning from books and imaging ran in the paper. No practical practice at all. our university is actually the engineering university at the time is the only one in Myanmar. But we have a piece computer in the lab, but at the time the computer is a very precious, right? So the students had no chance to touch. So what I'm trying to say is that I learned my programming skills not really by using PC or running program on actual computer. I wrote project and then ran the program with the image generation. I remember I borrowed the C programming language at the time, Fortran 77 and assembly language from the library and I write down the textbook. I cannot hold for so long, right? So before I finish study, I need to return. So what I do is I write down everything in my notebook. I write down the whole book, you know. I write down everything and then I try to understand all the basics. So when I really needed to work with the real programming, all that previous learning came back to me. All that basic understanding helped me a lot. So I believe the learning is very important for practical practice too. So it helped me a lot. So that just sharing my personal experience and my belief in learning. I love learning. I like to read also. My father raised me to love reading the books. So I love learning and reading. So okay, that is sharing my personal experience. And yeah, this slide, you can see how the lineage spread to the West. So you can see here, Lady Sayadaw, 1846 to 1923, and Sayadaw, then Sayaji Ubakin, later Guruji Goenka. So now, you know, Daniel Woman. You know him, right? He is the famous of his book, Emotional Intelligence. He attended Vipassana meditation retreat taught by Guruji Goenka in India during around 1970s. So these retreats were foundation to him. And he was among the early Western spiritual leaders influenced by Guruji Goenka. And he also encouraged his colleague, neuroscientist Richard Davidson. Richard Davidson is a very famous neuroscientist. He working closely with Dalai Lama. So Richard Davidson also attend the Guruji Goenka retreat. So in his the Emotional Intelligence book, he emphasizes self-awareness, which is enhanced by meditation practices taught by Guruji Goenka, such as mindfulness of sensations. Then another one is my favorite writer. I collected all his books. In one of his books, A Brief History of Tomorrow, he dedicated to Guruji Goenka. He saying that to my teacher S.N. Goenka, who lovely taught me important things. So he said he has practiced Vipassana meditation for over 20 years. He said with the help of meditation, he can produce all his books. In his talk, he always saying that. And he said every year round, he practice 30 to 60 days every year. I mean he going to the retreat. So these are the lady lineage and through Siaji Guruji Goenka, then go to the west. And yeah, this is Mahasi lineage. All of these are famous masters. Sayadaw Upanita. Sayadaw Upanita is a very famous Sayadaw. Some of the famous Westerner came to his retreat center, and some ordained as a monk and meditate under his guidance. And this is a Chinese Sayadaw. And yeah, this is a Sayadaw Usilananda. Sayadaw Usilananda was also very close disciple of Mahasi Sayadaw. Mahasi Sayadaw asked Sayadaw Usilananda to remain in the United States to teach the Dhamma following the Dhamma mission tour to the US in 1979. So from there, from that time, then Sayadaw Usilananda stayed back in the US, became known as a highly, he is a very highly respected teacher in Mahasi tradition, and he stayed in the San Francisco Bay Area and became the spiritual advisor, and he helped establish several meditation center until his passing in 2005. And you all may know Abhidhamma. I hope you know. So Abhidhamma studied under Mahasi Sayadaw in Burma after she faced immense personal grief and becoming one of his most accomplished disciples. So Abhidhamma famously taught Western teachers such as Insight Meditation founders Jack Confi, Sharon, and Joseph Osteen. Abhidhamma is very famous for the showing that profound enlightenment is possible for a layperson, a householder with family. So you don't need to be a nun, you don't need to be a monk. With your family, your householder, it's possible for a layperson. She is a very famous for showing that profound enlightenment. So these are INS teachers. I take the photo from this page. So this is an Insight Meditation Society, very famous. This is Mahasi Sayadaw, Chinese Sayadaw, Sayadaw Usilananda, and these are the authorized teacher by Mahasi Sayadaw in 1979. And Sayadaw Upanita. Sayadaw Upanita at the retreat center with IMS co-founders in 1984. So another important, very famous one is in modern time is MBSR. MBSR, I hope you know MBSR, mindfulness-based stress reduction. It's John Kabat-Zinn. He developed this mindfulness-based stress reduction program. It is a secular adaptation drawing heavily from the Mahasi and Ubakin lineages together. So I think it strikes away religious and Abhidhamma terminology to focus on stress reduction and clinical applications, contrasting with the Burmese goal of liberation from samsara. So, and the SR core technique is the noting practice and body scan also reflect this Burmese root. So these are the reform and adaptation of Myanmar meditation lineage. And another interesting one is Sayadaw U Pandita and Steve Armstrong. So Steve Armstrong was a senior American Vipassana teacher. He spent 5 years as a monk in Burma and Sayadaw U Pandita. He later studied Abhidhamma with Sayadaw U Jagara and became a key figure at the Insight Meditation Society. He is a primary editor for Mahasi Sayadaw Manual of Insight. So in his interview, he said this: Abhidhamma is like the mechanic's handbook. if you have got a teacher, mostly they can guide you. So meditation, I believe you need teacher. You need a teacher. Sometimes some of my Singaporean friends, they say they read the text and then they practice at home by themselves. I'm not too sure their text is just some here and there people written one, not the particular text, the the Orthodox textbook. So if something like it, you are in your own. So you are on your own, as most of us are at one time, or it's good to know the mechanics of the mind. The Abhidhamma is something like the map of the mind, how things fit together, how things work. So he said, I have found it to be a useful way of understanding my practice, both in the large picture as well as in the micro moments of how things unfold. So he say, even though he say it is not for everyone, it is more academic way of understanding. Practice very and emotional, very dry. Sometimes, yeah, it is very dry. I admit. But it is useful for some people, and even Dhamma talks on basic mindfulness use a fair amount of information from the Abhidhamma. So yeah, sometimes very dry, maybe very boring, but it is useful and useful for meditation practice because I meditate since I'm 3 years old because I have no choice. I need to meditate because my house is a meditation center. So we have to wake up at early morning because our elders wake us to early morning and then sit down together with them. So we have no choice. But I don't know at all. They ask me to close eyes. I just close eyes and then I have no wisdom at all until I really study Abhidhamma and those texts. My meditation practice is better. I know myself because I don't really even though that 18 years old I went to the Chinese meditation retreat. Also, I'm not really that deep level of meditation. Even though the I can sit for 4 hours, 5 hours, but it is not really in that level. Okay, so Mahasi Sayadaw Manual of Insight is a very good book. It's in for us is a Burmese version we have. So the Armstrong, his group translated. He is a primary editor. So in his Mahasi Sayadaw Manual of Insight is very much based on textual sources, especially not even Satipatthana Sutta, the Visuddhimagga, different kind of commentaries and Abhidhamma analysis together. So Mahasi Sayadaw, this in Burmese we call Vipassana Shuni Janji. It is very profound. Normal people cannot understand, unless you really go into this Abhidhamma Visuddhimagga, then you will understand. So his group is the Armstrong was the editor and leader of the English translation project for Mahasi Sayadaw Manual of Insight. And yeah, he said this one, the philosophical and practical instruction for how to practice insight meditation, detailing the stages of insight up to and including full enlightenment. I think you can buy the book. I don't know I don't have the digital format because I only use the Burmese. I have a Burmese books. I also collect all the Mahasi Sayadaw Burmese book. I have everything because I really respect Mahasi Sayadaw, so I collected all his books. And another one is a very important scholar. He is a Bhikkhu Analayo. I respect him a lot. He is originally from Germany. So he is a key academic bridging ancient Pali texts and modern meditation traditions. So he validates, especially those are different meditation tradition, and he bridged with the ancient Pali text. So he validates the Mahasi methods alignment with the Satipatthana Sutta, analyze Pa'al's absorption meditation in light of Ali texts, and trace the role of Vedana in the Guruji Goenka method. His work complements this tradition by providing textual and meditative accuracy. So in his this link, most of the book, his PhD thesis are available in digital format. You can find here. Then also the Pao Sayadaw, some of the books you can find from this link. So in Pao Doya, practitioners first develop jhana through mindfulness of breathing, guided by the Visuddhimagga. They then apply this concentration to vipassana to analyze the detailed nature of materiality and mentality across past, present, and future. So this systematic progression through the insight knowledges leads toward the attainment of Nibbana. And Bhikkhu Analayo, as theoretical and practical aspect of meditation, he has published several articles on insight and jhana, absorption meditation, and related contemporary meditation tradition to their textual sources. He gave the meditation retreat also, Bhikkhu Analayo. Yeah. So far, any question, please? Oh, okay. Another one. Sayadaw Usilananda and Dr. Jeffrey, how to pronounce this? I don't know how to pronounce. Yeah, but I like his book very much, this book, because I am interested in neuroscience together with the brain activities together with the meditation practice. So this book is really one of my favorites. So Sayadaw Usilananda, once he said that Abhidhamma is his favorite subject, Abhidhamma was his specialty, and he was considered one of the world's leading authorities on it during his lifetime. And Dr. Jeffrey is he also the key figure in the field of neuroplasticity, particularly known for his work in using Buddhist mindfulness principle to treat obsessive compulsive disorder. So in his book, he dedicated to Sayadaw. He is very close disciple to Sayadaw and to the Venerable Usilananda Sayadaw on the occasion of his 75th birthday. So this book in Amazon, they advertise like this. So this one, he said, the underlying software or his theory is based on Abhidhamma philosophy. So mind and the brain use quantum physics working with his partner and neuroscience to explain mental force. The underlying software for his theory is, so Abhidhamma philosophy is software and the brain is hardware. He trying to say this. So he argued that we can actually change the hardware, meaning the brain, by using the software techniques, mindfulness meditation, and Abhidhamma. So this neuroplasticity is the hardware can change with us all. You know, I am firmware developer. I write in the code. I know, of course, I can change the hardware using my code, right? So yeah, it is really, this book is really one of my favorite books. Okay, so we come to conclusion for this meditation movement, and I'm trying to say is Abhidhamma is not only for theoretical understanding. It is very closely connected with the meditation practice. It should. When you learn Abhidhamma, Abhidhamma is in some place. Your meditation in some place. It is not right. Okay? Should connected closely. When we study Abhidhamma, we are actually learning how the mind works in very finite detail, moment by moment. And this understanding supports meditation practice, especially insight meditation, vipassana, because we begin to see experience more clearly and precisely. So Abhidhamma and meditation should not be separate. They support each other. So one gives conceptual clarity and the other gives direct experience.
We can't hear you. You're muted. Sorry, teacher. You muted yourself. No, we can't hear you. Your little microphone is. Yes.
I think my co-host mute.
That's okay.
Okay, so in this way, our study becomes a foundation for practice, and practice deepens understanding of the study, vice versa. Okay, so Abhidhamma is not only something to study, but something to understand and apply in our own experience through meditation as well as in our daily life. So the purpose is to support the path of practice and move towards deeper understanding of mind and reality. So Sayadaw U Silananda, he said, should we study Abhidhamma? Is it Abhidhamma necessary or essential to gain enlightenment? So knowledge of Abhidhamma is not absolutely essential for realization of truth, but it is extremely helpful for those who practice meditation. If one understands Abhidhamma and then practices meditation, it is like reading a guidebook before visiting a place. You can still visit the place without it, but with a guidebook, you will understand the experience much better. So Abhidhamma is very helpful, even though it is not strictly essential. So the question, essential for the correct understanding of the Buddha's teaching? Yes. Essential for enlightenment? No. But it is very helpful. So you are a very serious meditation practitioner. You are very hardworking. You need to work hard, and you are very hardworking, and you are practice very seriously. Yeah. You at that time you just practice your meditation. Don't need to attend the class or don't need to do Abhidhamma study. Not essential for enlightenment, but before you do your work, you study this, it will be helpful. So knowledge of Abhidhamma is beneficial for those who study and apply it. Just study, don't apply also, it's not good. So Sayadaw mentioned this. do not simply go by what other people say about it. If you ask me, I will say it is very good for the development of your mind. Therefore, you should study it. We are all disciples of the Buddha, and the Buddha always encouraged us to investigate and understand things for ourselves. When we find through our own understanding that something is beneficial, then we should follow it. In the same way, each of us should aspire for ourselves whether studying Abhidhamma is beneficial. If you find that it is helpful and supports your practice, then you should study it. But if after careful study, for example, you come and attend my class, if beneficial for you, you will continue to attend, right? If not beneficial, what is she talking about? I don't understand. Not beneficial, no, don't waste your time, right? So after careful study, you feel it is not suitable for you, then you may leave it aside. This is Sayadaw advice. So Abhidhamma is something that is very important for the correct understanding of the Buddha's teaching, and it should be approached with reflection and personal investigation. So please have to practice. You should approach with reflection and personal investigation after you study. And also, this is a Sayadaw words. Please be patient. So Abhidhamma teaching is a very big and volume and extremely profound, even though this is a basic level. But this profound teaching was made accessible to us by the Asian teachers, right? So in this class, we will use a very, actually in this class, we are using a very popular book, the Abhidhammattha-saṅgaha. It's actually is most accessible for us. And Sayadaw analogy is learning Abhidhamma is like a putting together a jigsaw puzzle. Until you reach the very end and put it that last piece, the whole picture is always, until that, the whole picture is always incomplete. So until you complete until last 9 chapter, then the whole picture you will see. So until you reach the end of the book, your understanding of Abhidhamma will be incomplete. Sayadaw urged students to please be patient with the process. So I also urge all of you to be patient with this all process. And also please do not be afraid of the Pali words. I put the glossary Pali text this morning, so you can see all the terms in that book by Sayadaw Dhamma. So because sometimes English translations are not perfectly accurate. So while we use English words as translations, they are often not exact equivalents. So it is much better to learn some of the important Pali words directly. So yeah, any questions? Then later we will go into another package. Any question, please? Just now I say we have to we should not afraid on Pali words, right? So I want to share with you how to access the digital format of Pali Canon. So one is the Pali text based on this Chata Sangayana edition. It means Burmese edition. Is a digital Pali Canon published by the Vipassana Research Institute at Dhamma, India. It's Guruji Goenka Institute. And another one is a digital Pali reader. Is created by this Yukta Dhamma Bhikkhu with contribution from Alexandra. If you want to know how to use, you can use the digital Pali reader help. But I will demonstrate how to use it. You guys want to know, right? I believe you guys want to know. So this is the one. Yeah, this is the one. So here you can see the script. You have a different script. Myanmar, Malay, Roman, Tamil. I usually go to Myanmar and Roman. Can see, huh? You can see, huh? Yeah. So this is a Roman. I go into the Roman. And you have a Tipitaka Mula. This one is a Athakatha. And this one is a Tika. This one is a and these 4 categories, you have a subcategories. And our is Abhidhammattha-saṅgaha, right? So where it is this. And Tika, Abhidhamma Pitaka, and this is the one, Abhidhammattha-saṅgaha. So you click this, and then this one is a Chaita. So level 1, Chaita, Chaitasika, Pakainaka, Vithimoda, Rupa, this one. So all the Pali texts are here. All the Pali texts are here. So this is based on Chatta Sangayana. It's a Burmese edition. Okay. And another one is a digital Pali reader. Can see now? This one. So digital Pali reader, you go here. This one is a better. Both are good, but this one have something fascinating. I will show you. You can see all these this one Vinaya, Tika, Majjhima, Samyutta, Anguttara, Kodaka, Abhidhamma, Visuddhi. Oh, this is the one. This is Abhidhammattha-saṅgaha. Okay, so here you click this one and click this. So you will see Abhidhammattha-saṅgaha. Then you want to know the meaning, you click this. Sorry. You want to know the meaning, you click this. So all the meaning come here. Okay. Samma, Sambuddha, Samma, properly, rightly, thoroughly, the combination one. So all the meaning dictionary is here. And one good thing is you click this one. You can convert from Tamil to English, Burmese to English. You can convert also. So this one is in Roman. This one became a Burmese. So you can convert this one. So this one, all the conversion you can use. Actually, you go to you go to, I give you this one, right? How is this one? In my package, I give you this one, this link. So all the videos are here, how to use. Okay, so how do I install? Offline also can. How do I change the script? How do I navigate to a sutta? How do I go directly to a sutta? How do I open up a sutta? Every tutorials are here. So you can use the help if you want to know more about this. Okay. So this one, for this one, at least if you want to read the Pali, then at least you can know there's some kind of definition here. Okay, so it is very helpful. Okay, so I used to use this too. So this one don't have Burmese, so I use this one for Burmese script. So I use this one for Burmese script and this one. Okay. Yes. So this is the digital Pali Canon. You can use Pali Tipitaka or you can use the digital Pali reader. And another useful is a digital Pali dictionary. Okay. So Sutta Central is a very famous one. Yeah. So Pali scriptures can be viewed sentence by sentence in Roman script. I think I don't need to demonstrate this one. This one is a very, very easy. If you want to know, then let me know. I will demonstrate. And Burmese script and other script. Click the individual words also provides their dictionary definitions. And this digital Pali dictionary, this does more than just provide word meanings. It also shows the grammatical word form, construction, definition from the commentaries, Atthakatha, declination tables for nouns, conjugation tables for verbs, and example or usage found in the Pali scriptures. So this is a very good one also. And another one, I like this one because it gives you a different version, English version, Chinese, Japanese, Vietnamese, Burmese, give everything. Also from Pali Text Society one. And another one is the Dictionary of Pali Online. It is from Pali Text Society. So when you learn Buddhist text, it is you better to know how to use digital Pali Canon. Now not last time, we have to open the very thick book to look at the canon. Now it's a very easy to find also, right? And for Burmese, very good one. Burmese, I don't explain here. You go and look for this link. I explain very detailed in my Facebook page. So there are so many apps. It's a Burmese monk scholar. They written very well, and we can find word by word. We can find word by word. Very good one, this one. So I do my Burmese thesis. I use this one very much. It is very helpful. We go to chapter 1. So as a tradition, our Acharya Anuruddha, he also write that this Pali text do homage to Trivijam. So having respectfully saluted the fully enlightened one, the peerless one, along with the sublime Dhamma and the noble order, the Sangha, I shall compose the manual of Abhidhammattha-saṅgaha, a compendium of the things contained in the Abhidhamma text. So this is a tradition, the Buddhist tradition. Every time we do our walk, we always pray for pay respect to our teachers and our parents. So this is a homage of the writer of Abhidhammattha-saṅgaha. And yeah, so second, so that you may find that just now I show you this link. I copy from there. I copy from that Pali text from the Abhidhammattha-saṅgaha. Then these are the Pali texts. Okay. So this one, first thing, he said that the things mentioned in the Abhidhamma are from the standpoint of ultimate reality, fourfold. What are the fourfold? Citta, consciousness; cetasika, mental factors; rupa, metta, and nibbana. Liberation of freedom from suffering. Actually, the venerable bhikkhu body or other sayadaw, when they teach, they put the Sanskrit pronunciation also. I'm not very good in Sanskrit, so I don't want to put Sanskrit pronunciation. So I have to excuse from my Chinese friend. Some are more familiar with the Sanskrit words. Let me use only the Pali pronunciation. So fourfold we are learning in this Abhidhamma. It's Citta, cetasika, rupa, and nibbana. These are ultimate reality. Yes, and Abhidhamma, ultimate realities, and Sutta, 5 aggregates. You see, in Sutta, Buddha usually analyze individual being into 5 types of ultimate realities in the Sutta, right? It's 5 aggregates, pancha khanda. It's a consciousness, it's a vijnana khanda. Mental formation is a sankhara khanda. Perception is a sanya khanda. Feeling is a vedana khanda. Metta is a rupa khanda. But in Abhidhamma, we also have 4 ultimate realities. Citta is compatible to vijnana khanda, consciousness, and this mental perception feeling is compatible to cetasika. So citta, actually in the standpoint, citta is only one, but type 89-121 is a different. In the ultimate standpoint, is a citta is only one citta only, because every particular time, the time, you can arise one citta only. You cannot arise 2 citta together. Only one citta at a time. So one citta, cetasika is 52, and rupa is 28. These are conditioned realities. And conditioned reality is nibbana, the state of final deliverance from the suffering inherent in conditional existence. And there are 2 kinds of truth in Buddhism. Actually, the San Sayadaw, they explain detail about the 2 kinds of truth in Buddhism in this early the studying in the chapter. I don't want to go in details first, because there are these 2 kinds of truth in Buddhism. We have to learn in later chapter. So I will go detail in that time. Now I just want to go briefly first. So according to Abhidhamma philosophy, there are two primary kinds of truth: conventional truth, in Pali, Samuti Satcha, ultimate truth, Paramattha Satcha. So what is a conventional truth? What is conventional truth? Conventional truth is what is agreed upon by social convention or common usage. For example, I introduce myself. I am very close disciple of Chinese Sayadaw and Sayadaw Ujodika. By the way, Sayadaw Ujodika is now in Tao, in Singapore. He stay in Mangala Vihara for a short visit, and he is giving speak on next Monday. I don't know why the timing is really same time as my class. I cannot attend. So the Sayadaw Ujodika call me Suchit. Chinese Sayadaw call me Nini. Those names are true, but what true? Conventional true, right? It's Sayadaw Ujodika call me different name also. It is true, right? It is my pen name. He called me my pen name. And Chinese Sayadaw is because it's since very young he knew me. That's why he called my given name. So not my pen name, but all are true. But so this is a conventional truth. So such as calling a vehicle a car. Well, what is car? Which one is a car? And person a man. Which one is a man? Your hand, everything together is a man, right? So these terms are true in everyday communication, but upon ultimate analysis, the objects they denote do not exist independently. For example, car is a merely collection of parts. A person is a combination of mind and matter rather than a singular entity, right? And ultimate truth. Ultimate truth is a Paramattha Satcha, refers to the reality, the four ultimate realities. What are the four ultimate realities? Chaita, consciousness, is defined as a mere awareness or the awareness of an object. It is pure awareness. Something like the water without a color, the awareness without a moral quality or elaboration. Consciousness always arises with an object and cannot exist without an object, even in deep sleep, according to Theravada Abhidhamma, even in deep sleep, where the object may be there. Okay, so various synonyms for consciousness include vijnana, mano, padya, reflecting different contexts in Buddhist texts. So Abhidhamma identifies 89 or one-to-one types of consciousness, which will be studied in detail. So why we have different 89 and one-to-one types of consciousness? Why we have 1-9? So just now I explained that Chaita consciousness is like without color. It is like clear water. Chaita is a pure awareness of the object. So in defining the word Chaita, awareness means just the bare awareness. It is knowing that something is there. Something is there. Chaita alone, there is no wholesome, no unwholesome, no bad, no good yet. Like we put color in the water, it becomes red, green, blue. Chaitasika influence it. Okay. And Chaita is not alone. Chaita and Cetasika are always arise together. They always arise together at the same moment, and they cease together, and they are in same object, same basis as they always. The Chaita and Cetasika arise together, cease together, same object and same basis. Same basis means, yeah, sometimes the English words, it's a little bit, how to explain? So the same basis means, for example, the I consciousness arises. I consciousness arises. Base is I. Without I, your I consciousness cannot be arises, right? So base is I. And same object. Okay, I see the flower. Chaita and Cetasika, same object is their object is the same flower. Okay, so they arise together, cease together, same object, flower, same base. I consciousness, I base. When it arises together with, sometimes it's arise together with the wholesome mental fetters, then it is called wholesome consciousness. When it arises together with the unwholesome mental fetters, then it is called unwholesome consciousness. So yeah, Chaita itself is only one. It nothing. But when they combine with the mental fetters, with mental fetter unwholesome, become unwholesome consciousness. Mental fetter is wholesome, become wholesome consciousness. Don't worry, I will go detail later. And also the Chaita, when we got consciousness, you see the Chaita, the nature of the consciousness is simply knowing the object, right? So whether it is in the mind of a human or dog or a cow, or this fundamental nature of knowing never change, never change. So because of this characteristic of awareness is constant and invariable, it is ultimate reality. Right. So our human mind also knowing the object. The dog also see the thing, no, then they aware of the object. I mean, knowing the object means aware of the object. So it is the fundamental nature of awareness never change. So this is called ultimate reality. Okay, and consciousness, mental fetters, cetasikas. Cetasika, just now I explained, mental concomitants or mental fetters that arise simultaneously with consciousness and depend on it for their existence. They share the same object and base. The eyes as the base for visual consciousness. There are 52 cetasikas analyzed in Abhidhamma. These mental fetters include feelings, perception, volition, and essential for the mind functioning. So mental fetters, you may have a wholesome mental fetters, also an wholesome mental fetters, something like greed, hatred. So you see, if your mental fetter is greed, then it has a fixed nature of clinging or desiring, right? Whether greed arises in human or deity or dog, this intrinsic nature of that greed is identical, right? Identical. These factors arise and walk alongside the mind consciousness, influencing its quality according to their own nature. So that's why this is called another ultimate reality. So greed, the human greed, the dog greed, deity greed. Deity also have greed. Dog also have a greed. Dog also can get angry, right? Human angry, right? So this nature is the identical. That's why called ultimate reality. And rupa. Rupa refers to the material phenomena or matter defined as that which changes upon contact with condition like heat or cold. For example, now you are listening and suddenly your aircon is not working anymore, and you feel very hot, and then that is the condition change already. Changes upon contact with the condition like heat or cold. Material phenomena. Okay, so it includes the physical components of living beings and external objects. The matter is not only our like us living beings, also external object also, something like tree, right, is also matter. And rupa, matter, cannot cognize, right? The consciousness can cognize. Rupa lacks cognitive ability, and in Abhidhamma, rupa is analyzed into 28 material properties according to Abhidhamma tradition. Men and women differ slightly in their composition of these properties. Later, we will go into detail. So why is paramattha? So if matter is constantly changing, how can it be a truth? It is considered an ultimate reality because the law of its change is constant. The fact that it reacts to physical stimuli remains a permanent truth. Matter is a reality that can be clearly observed. Yeah. And the last one is a nibbana. Nibbana is the highest goal in Buddhism, described as the extinction of desire, evil, and delusion, freedom from all suffering. So, for the Nibbana, I want to share with you one very good. I like that incident very much because until now I still remember that incident because you know the Mingon Sayadaw. Mingon Sayadaw is he is the first sangha who recite all the this Pali Canon. So he is he is in the Guinness book. Is the human name human the can memorize very well. So very famous venerable in Myanmar, and his book is a very famous how to call that book name, Buddha's life story is a very famous book. In English translation also have. So what I want to share the incident is in Myanmar we have a very famous actor, Johe. He is a little bit very how to go. He is a little bit, I can use this word or not, arrogant or something like that. So he went to the Mingon Sayadaw and asked, and I have listened their conversation. And he asked Sayadaw, you and the other teachers talk so much about the path to Nibbana. Have you ever reached Nibbana yourself? Have you seen it? Have you seen the Nibbana? Have you reached there before? I want to go there too. Please bring me to Nibbana. He go and talk to Sayadaw. Then Sayadaw is looking at him. If the Sayadaw looking at him, then he repeat, Sayadaw, I ask this question because I want to be a true Buddhist. Then Sayadaw, what he say, he is a very wise. I like this word. I never forget. Just because you haven't seen it, can you say it doesn't exist? How much wisdom do you currently possess to be able to know that which truly exists? His reply really stayed with me for so long. So we cannot easily say if our wisdom is not there yet. Right? So Nibbana is an condition not caused by anything, and is neither mind or matter. It is external object that can be taken as the object of the path, pushing consciousness during enlightenment, and enabling the eradication of mental defilements. So also the Guruji Goenka mentioned in one of his talk that one time he met his student. Then he give the blessing to his student. Then Guruji say, may you attain Nibbana soon. It does mean, may you be liberated from suffering, right? Then the student is horrified because they think Nibbana means they will die immediately. So the students say, oh, I have come here to get from you a blessing of long life. And you are cursing me that I should die soon. So then Guruji Goenka explained that within this life, while practicing, you experience something beyond mind and matter. That is Nibbana. It's something like you are liberated from suffering. So Nibbana is difficult to describe in everyday language. Only can be realized through Vipassana meditation. Okay. Any questions so far?